Hey everybody, appreciate you joining us again for another episode here at T. Roy Cooks. Gonna do a simple one for you. Really cheap, simple meal to make. It's some soul food, some southern classic soul food for you. Gonna do some cabbage with some smoked ham hock in it. Should be pretty easy and very tasty. Let me show you how we throw it together. Alright folks, again, pretty simple. You need some water or something to season the pot with. And also, you can use any kind of ham or corned beef or I got pork hocks right here. These are just chunks of ham hock that have already been smoked. You can use regular ham hocks or shanks, whatever you got a hold to. But again, it's usually pretty cheap meat. I got this big old honking head of cabbage here. We're gonna clean that up a little bit, wash her down, cut that up in here a little bit. Let me show you what I'm doing with this ham hock. See, it's got some fat and stuff on there. It's all that fat around the edge. I'm gonna trim all that off. There's a big old piece right there. So you just wanna get rid of all that stuff right there as much as you can. A little bit of fat's okay because we're gonna put this on the stove and make us a little broth with this. But let me cut this off here real quick. Just kind of clean this up just a little bit. And says about like what you want right there, see? Anyway, let me finish this up and we'll be right back. We are back and I've got about a tablespoon or so of canola oil in my pot. And I've got it on a medium-high heat. And it looks like it's about up to temp. It's starting to shimmer a little bit. So here's all my ham hock. And I forgot to mention you can do bacon in this. Bacon and cabbage really are good together too. So we're just gonna put all this in there. Brown it up real quick. Brown this off maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Get that. And we'll bring you back to the next step. Alright, we have been going 5 minutes now. Just to show you real quick here what I'm talking about when I'm talking about browning this up. If I can get me a piece in here. Come on now. See that? That's what you want. You want to just brown it up on the edges, on all sides. You may be asking yourself, T-Roy, why are you browning that ham up like that? And I'll tell you, you know I like my layers of flavor. And browning your meat up like this just gives it a little extra added layer of flavor that you normally wouldn't have. So I like to do it. You know, you can go without doing this way, but this is how I like to do it. Next step, here we go. See if I can get my camera going here. All right, so you got your meat in there all browned up, still on medium high. I got 4 cups of water. Let's see how much of this we're going to use. We're just going to basically pour enough water to cover the meat. Like that. I'm gonna go ahead and put all 4 cups in. And that was probably a couple pounds of ham hock in there. Scrape the bottom, get all them little bits off of there. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna let this cook, well, basically we're gonna let it cook until the meat falls apart. That may be an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So check it every 20-30 minutes. When your meat starts getting broken up and falling apart, that's when you know it's time to add the cabbage. I'm gonna put a lid on this. We're gonna bring it up to a boil and then turn it down to simmer, cover it, and just let the meat cook until it gets real tender. See you in a little bit. All right, folks, I got my ham hocks going. They've just been simmering away for a couple of hours now, a little over 2 hours. Tested them with a fork and they're fork tender, you know, almost falling apart, so that's right where I want them. It's time to add the cabbage. Now, I've already taken the cabbage, I washed it, I pulled the outer leaves off and I washed it, and then I quartered the cabbage. I cut the core out of the cabbage, because you don't want the core in there, it's tough. And then I just took each quarter of the cabbage and cut it into little chunks. Well, kind of large chunks, because it's gonna wilt down, it's gonna cook down really good in the pot. And we're just gonna use that sauce and the water from that ham hock juice down in the bottom of the pan to help flavor the cabbage. So let's put the cabbage in. All right, let's check out these ham hocks here. You can see the water's still kind of bubbling away a little bit. Let's see how tender this is. See that? That's what you're looking for. It just kind of falls apart. So that's what you want. Let's put the cabbage in. Now, there's my cabbage, and it may look a lot, it's going to be a lot of cabbage, but that's all right. So like I said, it will wilt down really good. And it may fill this pot up at first, but it's going to cook down, so don't worry about it. All right, we're going to just add the cabbage. We're going to put the lid on it and just let it go for, like I said, about 10-15 minutes on a medium heat. Be right back. All right, so that's what it looks like. You got all the cabbage in there, and again, this is going to wilt down, so don't worry about it. But that was a large head of cabbage to begin with. I got about a teaspoon or so of salt. I'll put in there, and we can add salt and pepper again later after it cooks down a little bit. And this is some fresh cracked black going in. Again, probably a teaspoon or two. Something else I like to add is just a little bit of garlic powder. I'm gonna put that in there. Again, couple of teaspoons, how about that? I like garlic. Give it a little bit of flavor. So, we got this again on medium heat. Put the lid on it. We'll be back in a little bit. Alright everybody, we're back. And if you check this out, I told you that cabbage, it would just melt down basically. Just really wilt down really good. But as it does that, you want to stir it. I didn't show that, but that's what I did here. I just kept stirring it like every, I don't know, every 15-20 minutes I come in here and just stir it a little bit. And what you wind up with is what you see here. I'm trying to find me a piece of this pork right here. That looked like a pretty good piece right there. See this pork right here is falling apart, just, I mean literally, no effort at all. What I did, I decided I wanted some cornbread. Let me show you. I want some cornbread to go with this. So I put the lid on it and I turned it down from like a medium or medium high to down to a simmer and let it simmer for about 45 minutes. That gave me time to make my cornbread, which is here. My cornbread. See, cornbread. You gotta have some cornbread, man. Oh, and I was gonna show you too, down here. Got some Crowder peas. See the Crowder peas right here? Got some good old eating right there too, man. And if you was wondering why I had half a pack of that pork, that's because I made these Crowder peas a couple nights ago, and I put this pork in there. See that pork right there? Just falling apart, man. That's Crowder peas right there. I need to give me some more. That's my last pack, man. Sean, JB, send me some more Crowder peas, man. That's good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna fix the plate. I'm fixing to jam on some food, some soul food. All right, folks, here we go. Let's check this out. That's what we got. That's the final product. I'm telling you, man, you see all that pork in there? That's smoked pork, man. Add a lot of flavor to this cabbage. Let's give it a taste. What do you think? Oh yeah, that looks like a good bite right there. Let's give this a shot. Here's to you. That's some fine eating. And again, we got cornbread to go with that. We got some Crowder peas if you want. Got some rice to go with the Crowder peas. It's a fine meal. Very easy to fix, very cheap. I hope y'all give it a try if you haven't already. And we do appreciate you watching. And be sure and tell all your friends. T4 cooks responsibly.